I am
हाँ,
so sorry, guys.
तूने
निहारिका यू और
सीक्वेंस फॉरवर्ड किया था, कोई पढ़ने का कष्ट भी ले लेता।
अरे मेरे हाथ में ही है, मैं इतना
अरे
इम्पेशेंट हो गया
यार
हूँ ना, मेरा नाम
अब
लिख
जल्दी
दो।
करो यार।
जब प्यार किया तो डरना, प्यार किया तो डरना।
Hello everyone. Welcome to Orient with Anvya, the show about an era where black and white seems colorful, an era where lyrics represented the feelings, an era which showed the unity of Indians after partition of Hindustan, 1951 to 1965. This era marked the beginning and the ending of the golden age. Some of the most critically acclaimed Hindi films of all time were produced in this era. This era was also about parallel Hindi cinema, which was more realistic, poetic, and socially relevant. But that was not it. Emergence of Bengali cinema was also witnessed. Without waiting any longer, so let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Niharika.
Hello, I'm Khushi.
Hey guys, I'm Stuti.
Hello everyone, this is Yash.
And this is Rashi.
And last but not the least, I'm Anvya and I'm going to be your host. So, guys, let's talk about something which is full of meaning and soul. It played a huge role in this era. It can bring up a lot of emotions, and without this aspect, a movie would seem incomplete. Well, before going any further, do you guys even know like what I'm talking about?
Obviously, it's music, bro.
Yes, guys, yes. So there is so much of contrast in the music back then and now. There's a lot of editing, auto-tune now, and back then it was pretty raw. So I would like to know, like, what do you guys think about it?
So, like, what I loved about this era was that, the songs like Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya, Pyar Ki Jhooti Kahani, all of these songs are so meaningful. And when we talk about, like, Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya also, Anarkali gives this tikha jawab to Akbar through her song. So songs were quite related to the situation in the movie. And all of these songs were cherished by the audience being a good source of entertainment at that time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do agree that the songs were a continuation with respect to the movies. They didn't really put a pause on the storyline. It was like used as a continuation to the story, right?
Yeah, also I would like to add that I've seen that there was a lack of software and like because of the era, there was lack of softwares and effects that they could have used to show transition. So they have played it really well by using music as a form of transition, where you can see that music was used to show a change in face or was like a time lapse. I really loved how they used music as transitional element, and I really like praise the directors for that.
Yeah.
And like when I was listening to the songs, I realized that they had a lot of deep meaning and the lyrics were written in a very poetic way. And like the tone was such that it gave the song so much depth and like so many emotions.
Yeah, so I personally believe that music is the way people used to communicate their thoughts. During the era 1951 to 1965, the pure essence of the lyrics, like the writer's thoughts were put up into a song where the characters were communicating. Like, oh guys, did you notice, like in the movie Chalti Ka Naam Gaadi, the song Paanch Rupe Bhara Ana, where the whole song goes around where Madhubala didn't pay Kishore Kumar after he repaired her car.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, oh God, yes.
Right.
Oh, okay, so guys, you know what I feel is that nowadays a lot of songs are being remade into new versions. But I
Yeah.
feel like people are emotionally connected and invested in the old versions as they are unforgettable and thoughtful as well. Do you
Absolutely.
guys think so? Yeah. Okay. So, coming on to the topic of fashion and styling. So, this is something like I'm really interested in, and I can talk about it for like hours and hours. And when I was like watching the old movies, what I realized is that fashion trends now are just being jazzed up a little and presented as new fashion with the roots lying in the golden era. Do you all think so too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So, talking about styling, all the costumes were very iconic. To show difference, to show the difference between Muslim and Hindu culture, um, Jodha was dressed up in a completely Rajasthani style costume. Her head accessories are completely different from what Anarkali wore. And everything was like from top to bottom, everything was just perfect. And from Salim's jewelry, every aspect was taken care of very well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I also feel like there was a lot of exaggeration in terms of fashion, where the rich were shown very rich and the poor were shown very poor. Like I could see that the rich had a cigar in their hand 24/7, and the poor had been wearing clothes that were torn and they were stitched by other color clothing. So I feel that the fashion was over exaggerated at the point, but I still believe that the message was conveyed to the audience about what the character meant to be.
Totally.
Okay.
Like people had their beliefs. Like they were conservative, no doubt, but that didn't stop them to design beautiful blouses and costumes for their music videos. Their clothing like literally stands out. They are black and white, but still you can feel the colors.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, Rashi, after hearing you out, the thing I'm getting to realize is that exposure of skin is not the only option to show, the beauty of a person, and that is like so different from the era we live in.
Yeah, and when I was like watching the movies and everything, I realized that the clothing was plain and simple, but the traditional aspect was always kept in mind, like which made the movie look even more realistic. For example, in Apu's Sansar, Apu was dressed in the traditional attire for men in Bengal, which is called a Punjabi, which is the equivalent of North Indian kurta, paired with a dhoti, a plain loincloth in Kotla silk.
Yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
did you
true.
do you guys realize that these styles never really die? It's like a cycle. They just keep coming back over and over again, like bell-bottom jeans. I'm sure you must have seen it.
Yeah,
Oh, that is so
And even
true.
Yeah,
headbands,
yeah.
those broad headbands that the
Yes,
girls wear,
yes.
even
Even
they come
bandanas.
back in
Yeah,
fashion. Yeah, right.
yeah. So from this, we conclude that these styles have set up a trend for the future, and they are something which is inspiring the up and coming designers.
Right.
So now jumping on to a very important topic, equality. The term equality has different meanings in different aspects. Women fighting for their rights, difference in strata, and whatnot. Well, it was the same in the old times. And what do you all feel? Like, what do you think about it?
so equality has always been an issue. Like back then, when India recently got independence, the equality fight was between rich and poor when they were treated different because of their economic status. Today, the equality fight is between genders, where male are given more opportunity than females, and females have to create opportunity for themselves. If we talk in the terms of movie, female actors are still being paid less than the male actors.
Yeah, it's so sad. Like, women weren't encouraged to do anything for themselves and had been expected to serve their families and children all the time. Also, people weren't that open minded about women like going out and facing problems related to income, work, and huge family decisions. And they used to sacrifice their own dreams and ambitions and everything and had to adapt to situations that they did not want to be in.
For me, I've taken like quite a different uptake on this topic. So I saw what I saw was the post-independence effect, where you can see a difference in opinions due to the rich people being involved with the British. So, for example, I'll like to take an example from the movie Naya Daur. You can clearly see that the people who have been involved with the British, they thought of how the independence can be taken into an advantage and can the British technology can be used and stuff like that. But because of that, the people who always feared the British ruling over them, they did not accept change, and hence there was a lot of difference in opinion because of that. So I believe that the whole structure built on a doubt of whether something is correct or not.
Yeah, like this is a quite good point. And one more thing that I saw in that era was that, something very important actually. That era, in that era, if you see, intercaste marriages were not supported because the society never appreciated the fact of it. And this is something that still continues in today's time. So, yeah, like
Yeah,
intercaste
right.
marriages were a thing.
Like in the movie Mughal Azam, Anarkali couldn't marry Salim because she was a slave and she was only supposed to, work for him. And Akbar
Right.
first appreciated her for her bravery and how she. Everybody saw the movie, so I think you guys know. But later, it didn't stop him from keeping them away. Like he appreciated her, but then because she was a slave, he did not approve of their marriage or their love.
True, true, true. Well, on that note, if you guys see there's a huge contrast between the 50s and the 2000s. The difference can be in the context of posters, directional aspects, the sets, and whatnot. Like many of the posters and the sets were painted, and to draw with such intricacy is commendable. The mindset of the director back then was way different from the mindset of the directors now. What's your take on it, guys?
Yeah, like the scenes were shot in realistic locations. Also, the directors had to evaluate the time of the day, like if it was night time or daytime, and then decide where and when the set would be developed and finally shot.
Yeah. So, talking about the design language of that era, there was a lot of drama in it. And you can see depth in everything and meaning behind everything that was kept on the set to make it look like a to get that thing out to so that the set should speak what they are trying to express. So I think they were quite expressive.
Yeah, right.
So
I also noticed that they were all family entertainment movies. Most of them were. And I think it's probably because the audience did not appreciate any adult movies.
right.
I've only seen
Also,
Universal movies
Yeah.
since that era.
sorry to cut you there. I just
It's
was so
okay.
excited to say this point because these movies they were made with such meaningful messages. Like you could literally be waiting for the end. Like you would not care about what's happening right now to know that message. What are they passing on? Like I don't know about everybody else, but that was me. I just saw that the movies were so well made, the whole structure was so well made to come to that point where people realize what's happening in the end. I really feel the direction was really well made in that era.
I
Yeah.
agree.
True. Like during those times, cinema was more like a newborn. So there were no cameras like we have it today. So everything had to be in an order, having a perfect angle. The scenes were captured in all the angles to make it look dramatic. And so that generation following the others have been blessed with such amazing directors. They had executed their projects so well. So the directors like Satyajit Ray, Satan Bose, K. Asif, and many others have blessed us with such creative cinematography. Even though in black and white, their cinematography was quite cool.
Yeah. So, guys, coming to the conclusion, something that I would like to share about the people from that era. So, the people from that era, they were very simple and they were very particular and followed strict rules for themselves, their families, and the society. People were very religious also. Like elderly people of that time didn't like watching movies and were not in the favor of letting other family members watch it, as they used to think it is a bad thing for the society and it's a bad influence. So when we see now, we have come a long way from where we were and where we are now.
I
Yeah.
do agree with you, Kushi. That's a very good point. I really liked having this discussion with you all. It gave me a lot of insight. Some of you mentioned things that I did not even notice myself. Thank you for making me a part of it.
Same.
Yeah, Niharika, that's true. Like, even I felt like this entire experience of watching these movies and getting to know how things were at that time made me want to know more about them. I discovered my own tastes and preferences in movies. This entire thing made me realize that films are just not about plots and acting, but they're actually a depiction of the realistic situations. And now I finally understand why the movies at that time was so highly acknowledged and talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I've always remember this. What my dad keeps telling me. He tells me that to know your present, you need to be able to trace your steps from the past. So, if you don't know what the past was like, you don't know what the present holds. So, I really understood that through this watching those movies and this era because I got to know what contained in that era, and I was so glad I was able to do this. And I'm so glad I'm able to push my points forward to those listeners out there. I'm really glad I could be a part of this.
That's
Oh,
quite a beautiful line, Yash. So, like from stepping in the movies and feeling the characters is was quite a blissful journey.
Yeah, you're right. I think Yash and Rashi, your both of your points are like quite touchy.
Yeah, it's getting emotional.
Yes, truly.
oh God, guys, that was some kind of a discussion. Putting forward points, comparing ideologies, talking about the era was all we wanted to do. So, on that note, we'll take your leave. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and got to know something about the golden age. We will always cherish this era because some beautiful movies have been a part of this. So, guys, goodbye, ciao, adios, namaste.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Also, thanks to DJ Inzi for letting us use his amazing track.
In the mix with DJ Inzi. प्यार किया तो डरना क्या जब प्यार किया तो डरना प्यार किया तो डरना